on to him earlier.
I still can't believe how well last week went, and don't look for it. I'm not looking for it to be that easy every weekend, that's for sure. So like I said, I'm interested to see how it's going to be this weekend.
Ricky Carmichael, no question in my mind, the best motocross rider ever. Look at these stats. Which one impresses you the most, Dave?
Well, I like the 29 consecutive moto wins. That's just, it's hard to do that by yourself without some sort of an issue or a flat tire. But when you go into the first corner with 39 other guys, including James, you never know what's going to happen. And Ricky's been able to come out on top 29 times in a row.
The 259 Kawasaki's James Stewart. Is he healthy in Hangtown? He pulled off, but, you know, they say he's back. And is he? That's the question.
I want to win again. You know, it's been a couple of weeks since I won, and, you know, it's just, you know, it's different. I'm not used to, you know, not winning and stuff, and I want to do it. And, you know, Ricky's going good, but also, you know, he can be beat. And, you know, I feel like, you know, me and the other guys can't do it, so I want to get it done.
I think if most people think Ricky Carmichael is going to get beat, it's going to be James Stewart who does that. He is a champion. He's won several 125 motocross championships, but 250 is a different story, Dave.
Well, Chad's getting better and better outdoors as well. He doesn't want to just be known as a supercross rider, but James, he goes for it. And he can win anywhere, anytime, any track.
Another guy who's very good at motocross. How can you count out Kevin Wyndham? 2 years ago, he was, you know, rubbing plastic with him, but last year, kind of a little fall off for
Yeah, I thought Kevin would have a really good chance if it kept raining. Now that it's starting to dry up a little bit, it's really going to come down to the start. Whoever gets out to a good start right away is going to be able to pull away.
They've only started 2 times in motocross. Sacramento. Ricky Carmichael gets out in front and tries to check it out. Let's take a look at this Mount Morris track.
Well, why change a good thing? The layout has always been spectacular here, up and down the hills, plenty of off cambers and jumps. Great for the crowd too, since they've cleared the trees. You can see the whole track. You know, Robbie, the story really is Mother Nature. You know, it was muddy to begin with, but I think by race time there's going to be plenty of lines and perfect dirt.
I think you're right. You see the Honda starting grid. Ricky Carmichael first pick on the gate. He is our current points leader. It's a long series. This is only the second stop of 12. Anything can happen. And James Stewart, he actually hopes something does happen. He's got a lot of ground to make up, but don't count out Reed, especially K-Dub, Kevin Wyndham on that 450 Honda.
Well, Kevin's got great starts here before, and here we go.
250 Moto number 1. You see Reed, the 22 Yamaha. Carmichael, the number 4 to his left. Who's going to get the ever-important start? It's Ricky Carmichael to the inside. Boy, they did not want to see that happen. And look at him hug that inside. He's trying to check out early. And it looks like David Vuillemin in second, right at number 12.
Great start for John Dowd right there, number 16, and John Sebastian Waugh on a 250. Beat James off the line. That's a big story. And, you know, nothing new here. Carmichael leading already. You can see that the track is still pretty rutted. But I think it's going to get better and better. After just a few laps, the track's going to really start coming around. But right now, Ricky is spotless. You can see James starting to get into the picture right there now.
Yeah, James gets by John Dowd. Dowdy back in, former champion, the number 16, trying to close in on James Stewart. The 259 into third, closing in on Vuillemin. Vuillemin got that start, but you saw immediately reaching for tear-offs. When it's muddy like that, vision is going to be very important. You don't want to tear them all off at one time. And look at Stewart looking for different lines. Might not be the fastest, but it's a different one.
Never follows. That's what I like about James. He's able to create a path for himself, double over that thing, and already into second place. And I guarantee you Ricky's going to look back over his shoulder and be like, where did he come from? Because around the first turn, he was about 5th or 6th.
And you see the track is drying up better in some sections. You see the light sections, it's dry right there, but you also see the rut. And look at James Stewart going downhill. Ricky Carmichael knows when he comes around the next time that Stewart will be behind him. Vuillemin drops back to third, Dowdy into fourth. But now, if you're James Stewart, I mean, do you try and set, you know, the tone for the rest of the year? Do you try and just hammer on him? Do you stay behind and see if he makes a mistake? What do you think?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that can be put on paper for James Stewart in this situation right now, but I think what's happening is he's young and he can't help it. When he's got Ricky that close, he's going to go for it, even if it doesn't make sense. In the long haul, he's still going to try to make the pass and do something to Ricky that very few people have been able to do.
You saw those statistics, so many Moto wins. I mean, a perfect season last year, and so far perfect this year after 2 Motos. Can James Stewart catch up with Ricky Carmichael? I mean, people forget. I mean, they're like, oh, James, but it's Ricky who has not been beat. I mean, he has 2 perfect seasons in his career. James can't say that.
No, he's been close in the 125, but 250 class is completely different. That's the first time I've seen anybody triple that all weekend, and James followed right up over the top of it. Barely made the corner, but whatever Ricky does, that's what he's going to do because he doesn't want to see him get away. And I don't know that it's physical fitness is really where it ought to be. Since Houston, he hurt his ribs. Vegas, he hurt his hand. With the last round, he was sick, so I think he's coming in here at a disadvantage physically. But these first few laps, it doesn't matter. He is starting to inch up, Robbie. Ricky can feel this pressure, and this place is starting to come alive.
And Ricky's mechanic gave him the pit board, Gosler, when he came by, and you know he gave him that update. Who's behind you? How much is the lead? And he'll check on that each lap. But look at this course. I mean, we talk about how the course and the riders adapt to that course. I don't know if there is a certain condition Ricky's good at. He's fast in all of muddy, dry. He doesn't care. He just goes out there and blows through it. James, he just pins it no matter what as well, though. But, you know, he doesn't have that back down mode that Ricky may have.
Right, and I think that's what Ricky's counting on that's going to get him to win this championship again. You know, over guys like James Stewart and Chad, is that he's so confident in his program. You know, I talked about this at the last round. He doesn't have any doubts in his ability to go fast the whole entire race. So right now, he's probably feeling like, go ahead, James. Catch me if you can. Let's go at it.
And let's see. Yeah, let's see what you've got a little bit later. You saw the lap times, 3:20, or 2:20, shall I say. In the first practice of the day, 3:02. So, I mean, it's already, like you mentioned, the track's going to get better, already 30 seconds better than it was in the first practice of the day. There's Ricky Carmichael. I mean, a lesson on how to ride motocross. Good form, downshift there. I mean, he runs it. Team Suzuki cheering him on, but there's James Stewart in his rearview mirror, and look at the gap. I mean, you won't even see a rider very close behind either one of them.
Ricky's starting to feel the pressure now. Little mistake here and there. James, that just takes total strength right there to go through a section the way he did. Balance and strength. And these guys have got it wired. Ricky's been a little bit stronger for the long haul. This is James' first chance. And you know what? I'm encouraged to see that he's able to match Ricky that last lap and actually inch up a little bit more.
Ricky Carmichael, James Stewart first and second as they complete one more lap. Coming downhill, making that left-hand turn. Some jumps in there. James coming up a little bit short.
Stuff like this right here, I mean, James has got to get around that corner before the triple with everything he's got. He's got less power. Look ahead.
Jerry Albrecht looking good, looking good. Keep it up right there. He likes that pace. As long as he has Ricky right there in front of him, who knows? James may not be giving it his all. Who knows? Ricky might not as well. But there, oh, nice knack saved by Ricky Carmichael. Pulling his foot off of the pegs. Some guys might have given up and did the Superman down that straightaway.
Oh, he's just trying to make his own line right there. He doesn't like where those ruts are taking him. And it's that little dab right there. And that was...
That's something that Grant Langston and the 125s cannot do. All right, we'll see that show later on in the week. But Ricky Carmichael does the foot dab, and I mean, that could have thrown him over the spike just as easy.
That's what's so impressive about Ricky. He's so strong and has such great balance. That stuff doesn't affect him.
Do you see the bobble by Carmichael? We'll find out if he has any others when we return. Welcome back to Mount Morris. I'm Robbie Floyd with David Bailey. Ricky Carmichael leads this one, the High Point Raceway's AMA Motocross Series presented by FMF. Always here on OLN, presented by Parts Unlimited. Taking a look back through the pack, you see Kevin Windham, rider number 14. He's way back, David.
Look at him with his feet off, paddling through these deep ruts. Looks like he's got some momentum on Sebastian Wall. Looks over and just pretty much gives him the spot. You know, I think Kevin's realizing right here, Robbie, that if he doesn't get a start in the top 3 or 4, he can just kiss a moto win or even second place goodbye. The leaders are so far ahead, I can't even believe it.
45 seconds plus behind. Wall drops back to 4th. The Canadian looks good in a top 5 spot now, though. Great start by Ricky Carmichael. You see James Stewart closing in fast. Right now, Aaron Bates is with his mechanic, Jeremy Albrecht.
J-Bone, it looks like Bubba's closing in that gap on RC. Do you think he has what it takes today?
Yeah, definitely. You know, last week he had a tough race. He was sick throwing out the night before, and you know, no